Mr. Rahman, thanks for coming to the event, of course. My first question to you is, technology is kind of transforming a lot of businesses today, but at Hitachi, what's happening different? How is technology being leveraged to kind of push for the global kind of good when it comes to environmental good?
Thank you, Rohit. This is a very important question. Um, when it comes to Hitachi Energy, I'll talk about what we do for our customer because we are an energy company, basically developing, providing the technologies, the products and solutions which will help in energy transition for the customers. And it can be utilities, industries, infrastructure, and so here there are two aspects of technology. One is, of course, the core technology of generating, let's say, renewable energy, evacuating the renewable energy, transmitting the renewable energy, delivering, and ensuring that it is available. And we know that renewable energy being intermittent, it has to be very much predictive, and at the same time the grid should be able to take it and control itself, so sort of autonomous control. So there we provide the automation technology, the SCADA energy management system, and also including the energy trading. So these technologies, they have been there, but I think the challenges are more because the renewable energy and also it leads to, of course, the sustainability in terms of CO2 emission, how we reduce that through the energy transition. Um so they are all diversely located now. So diverse sources of energy, different type of loads, the electric vehicles, the green hydrogen based power available for the mobility, for the process plants. So those technologies are there. For example, HVDC technology, which is used, which has been, of course, there, but it's more and more useful now for the renewable energy space, where it can transfer power from remote areas like deserts, Himalaya, mountains, even sea. With subsea cable, it can transfer power reliably to the load center. Uh, in addition to that, automation, as I said, it has been there in power system domain, energy domain since 80s, 90s. What we also now are extending is that extending this automation with the digitalization, having more and more sensors on the assets, the power assets, and also having the digital twin, the modeling, and also AR, VR, which is basically to make the energy operation more efficient in real time. So the beauty of digitalization with automation is that it provides you the information data in real time, and at the same time you can also run, for example, we use AI ML based applications to control, protect, and also detect any issues in the grid, so in real time. And also that is used for prediction of the renewable energy generation. Um, but in general, if we talk about sustainability, same as the examples I gave about energy, which is of course the integral part of sustainability, uh, it's all about how you make this information data available in real time and objective, so that you can have the predictiveness in the system. You can predict, you can take action immediately, proactively also. That's the key, and that's there. The technologies are there, whether it is energy in our space, technology, automation, and digitalization. There, I think in sustainability also we have to come to that phase where everything can be seen, analyzed, and controlled in real time.
Right. On
Thank you.
that point, I would like to kind of understand what kind of cost efficiencies are you driving from Hitachi Energy point of view, and also what are your focus areas for this particular year? Is there something in particular that you're looking at on the sustainability front?
Yeah, the cost comes in different aspects. One, of course, the efficiency. For example, in energy space, uh, we have to reduce the energy loss. So our technologies, whether it is high voltage DC current, the direct current, HVDC technology, so that reduces the loss in the system. It also reduces the voltage drop, which leads to maybe the equipment failure and sometimes malfunction. So that is there. The third aspect there is it also reduces the footprint of the transmission line, transmitting the power. So by having the less footprint, the lines which are running through the forest, through the residential areas, or maybe in hills, rivers. So by having less footprint, so your cost is also less, and also environmental footprint is less. And the other thing is availability of power, and also during any contingency condition, disruption. So the system can be controlled automatically to reduce any interruption, because the moment you have a line tripping, or a section of line, or a set of lines tripping, then you have the generation available, but it's not available to the consumer. So the generation which is available, for example, renewable, it's loss. I mean, you can't deliver it to the consumer. So there we can prevent that. We are preventing that. And with asset performance management, we are also able to predict any malfunction, failure in the asset, so that we don't have a surprise in the system. It can malfunction, it can trip, and then suddenly you have blackout in some area or in some section of the line, which is again a loss to the consumer, loss to the generator also. These technology we have, we also use, we develop our own technology, like robotic based technology, robotic inspection, for example, how the assets can be inspected with the robot going inside, let's say, transformer, big transformer. So we use that. So instead of 3 weeks of inspection, which are conventionally required, it can do the inspection in 2 days, because we send the robot inside the transformer, it navigates, and then it gives the data, and then the experts outside, they can analyze and then correct the system and then the equipment and also the components there. We use, for example, vegetation management in the transmission line. When they run through the forest and hills, you need to have the clearance requirement, the vegetation, the greenery, the trees, they should not be touching the line, because it will lead to short circuit. So there we have satellite based and drone based application, by which you can continuously monitor these lines and then have the optimum cutting of trees. We should not cut too much, because that's the green, we are impacting the environment. So with this real-time satellite-based, drone-based, the monitoring of the vegetation and the transmission line, we are reducing that, and which is effectively cost also. So earlier it used to be that you will have a fault somewhere, the transmission line may be 400 kilometers, and once that is tripping, one needs to find out where is the location, where exactly it happened. You don't have to go through all the 500 kilometers of the line, which may be through sea, through river, through forest, hills. But we have the technology, which is again based on the automation and then the high advanced mathematics. We can pinpoint the location where exactly it has happened, so that the crew can go there directly and then correct the system where it has either short circuit has happened, or the conductor has snapped, or something else has happened. So I think,
are you leveraging any AI in that front?
definitely. So these are again AI ML based applications with the predefined advanced mathematical algorithm, and AI ML, which is working on the data, correcting the data from the different systems, surroundings, environment. We connect both it's like augmented intelligence we call. So predefined mathematical algorithm with the AI based data science based algorithm together. So it gives you the accuracy and also the speed for correcting this problem. Sometimes, many times, it's predictive. I mean, we can predict if there is something going to happen and take action there.
So anything on that front when it comes to this particular year, FY24, for Hitachi Energy? Any developments perhaps?
The developments, of course, we are more than 140 years old company, so we are always innovating, coming up with technology. Sometimes we are faster, we are ahead of the market requirement. So from application point of view, yes, I think the HVDC, the high voltage DC, which we have been doing in the country, but more and more it is going to come. evacuating the renewable power, solar power from the deserts, from the Himalayas, Leh Ladakh to the load centers. So that is the technology which is going to come. And the second one, of course, is the asset performance management, having the sensors on the equipment and monitoring, having the AI/ML based application to predict, and also the science based algorithms which are there for each and every equipment to predict any malfunction, failure. So asset performance management. So these are the two things. Of course, in future we are also going to have the technologies are there, but in terms of electric vehicle, but fleet charging. So integrated electric vehicle charging, where you have like a petrol station, you can have EV charging, integrated EV charging station, any type of it. So this technology we already have. I think it's all about how some of the owners, operators of the infrastructure, EV infrastructures, they are interested. We are working with them to create some kind of pilot, and then working pilot. I mean, for us, it's a solution which is already there, but I think it's for the owner operator, it's like a pilot, so that they can demonstrate that any type of vehicle, plug-in or swappable battery, charging can happen in that. It's like a petrol station where anything you can have charged in that. Yeah.
So, thank you for taking the time out, Mr. Rahman, and hope you have a great time ahead, of course.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, and thank you, Business World. I think the the conclave was really good in terms of having different technology providers, OEMs, owners, operators of the sustainable and energy domain there, and also the financing companies, the venture companies, which is required in future, I think, for sustainability, for kind of collaborative approach, co-creation, co-innovation, which is very important. And thanks for having me here.